Welcome to a breakdown of Chapter 28 from Harper Lee's Bildungsroman To Kill a Mockingbird. This chapter is about the attack on Scout and Jem. Key events. This chapter is one of the most dramatic and suspenseful in the novel. Cecil Jacobs' prank at the beginning sets up a false sense of security for Scout and Jem, making them believe that any strange noises they hear might just be another joke. As Scout embarrasses herself at the Halloween pageant, the mood quickly shifts from lighthearted to ominous. The decision to walk home alone in the dark creates an unsettling tension, foreshadowing the danger to come. Jem and Scout hear noises behind them and assume it's Cecil again, but the reality is much darker. Bob Ewell is stalking them. His attack is sudden and violent, demonstrating his cowardice and vengefulness. Scout's Jem costume ends up saving her life, acting as a protective shield against Bob Ewell's knife. Jem tries to fight back, but he is overpowered and seriously injured. At the last moment, an unknown figure intervenes, rescuing them and carrying Jem home. Finally, Bob Ewell is found dead under a tree, a knife in his ribs. But the question remains, who killed him? This sets up the conflict that will be addressed in the next chapter. Themes. The contrast between good and evil is fully realized in this chapter. Bob Ewell's attack on children represents the lowest form of cowardice, while Boo Radley's intervention is an act of pure selflessness and bravery. The theme of childhood innocence versus harsh reality is significant. The children start the night with laughter and innocence, but they quickly learn that evil is real and exists in their own town. This chapter also establishes Boo Radley as a protector. Though he has remained hidden for most of the novel, he has been watching over the children all along. His emergence in this moment shows that he is not the monster the town believes him to be, but rather, a quiet guardian. Lastly, justice is served, but not in the traditional sense. Bob Ewell dies, but not through legal action. His own violence and hatred lead to his downfall, reinforcing the idea that evil often destroys itself. Symbols and motifs. Scout's Jem costume serves as an unexpected symbol of protection. Something that was meant to be a light-hearted part of a children's event ends up saving her life, reinforcing the idea that innocence can serve as a shield against the world's cruelty. The dark setting plays a crucial role in building suspense and fear. The attack happens in total darkness, making it unclear what is happening, who is involved, and adding to the sense of helplessness. Finally, Bob Ewell's death symbolizes poetic justice. Though he was never punished in court, his own actions lead to his demise. This reflects one of the novel's major ideas, that sometimes, justice is not found in the legal system but in the natural course of events. Background and context. This chapter fits within the Southern Gothic genre, which often features dark, mysterious settings and moments of unexpected violence. The attack in the dark and Boo's eerie yet heroic presence reflect key elements of this literary style. The idea of small-town justice is present, rather than the courts serving justice. Boo Radley acts as the hand of fate. This reflects how some communities handle justice in their own way, outside of official legal proceedings. Finally, Bob Ewell's violent resentment mirrors historical racial and social tensions. His anger at Atticus and the Robinson family reflects a broader pattern seen in history, where individuals who challenge systemic injustice face retaliation from those who wish to uphold the status quo. That wraps up the breakdown of Chapter 28. See you in the next one.